Hey guys, Monkey here, and I'm here today to do a review and build on Transformers Galaxy version Defender Galaxy Shining #1 blokees. Don't know why I read all that, but this is basically, one second. I didn't have time to adjust the camera before. I had to just do this immediately. I wanted to open this so bad. So, yeah. Now, like I was saying, this set of figures has been one I've been looking at for a little while now. I kind of just been wanting to try out blockies for a little bit. As you know, I did the Shining versions a little while back. So yeah, wanted to finally get into this. So, let's do it! Just want to kind of get the sword in there. There we go. At least one side of the sword sharp. The whole set includes a special type. Special armor type or special galaxy type. Ooh, interesting. Throw that out. And now, we come from the top. Just gently, don't want to snap it all. Just sharp enough to cut through everything. Been wanting to get my hands on one of these boxes for a little bit now. Is that? How far is that supposed to go? Oh, I'm blind. I see it now. It's supposed to tear here as well. Am I? Or am I actually just stupid? Oh, I'm actually just... Oh my god, I'm actually just stupid. Oh no, I think I just ruined the display option. No! Yeah, I think I did. Crap. Okay, a second. Okay, I'm slowly but surely ruining this. Oh, that's beautiful. A whole new level of... How am I supposed to do this? Oh no! Okay, yeah, I just broke it. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Wasn't gonna keep that anyways. Oh, that is a beautiful card. Look at that. Alrighty, so we got... Second. Need to adjust the table. Alright. I haven't done a video on one of these, as you know. I've only done the videos, or a video on these guys, the Galaxy versions. Ooh, excuse me. I got done drinking a 7-Up. Whew. Alright. Now, let's look at the box. We have a brilliant Bumblebee, a glittering Ironhide, an Optimus Prime vehicle, glittering Bumblebee vehicle, and Prowl. Then we have a special Galaxy type Optimus Prime, and Optimus Prime 100% firepower, and Megatron fully armored. Then special Galaxy type Megatron, Thundercracker, Scavenger vehicle, Thundercracker vehicle, and SG Sideswipe. So, if that all being said, let's get into it. I've been really wanting to do these for a while, so yeah. Looking at the box here, it is beautiful looking. I love how Optimus Prime looks. My apologies, I forgot what I was saying. No. Oh, wait, no, I do remember now. The box of these figures looks absolutely beautiful. I love the way Optimus Prime looks. I love the way his truck mode is. And I love the reflective and Cybertronian-esque detail underneath the chest here that I can see. 6 to 23 pieces, Galaxy version Defender. And on the back, shows you all the figures you can possibly get. I also enjoy this really, plastic card texture, you know? If any of you remember them holographic cards, it's got that type of texture on it. But now we're gonna get in here and open up our or I guess in my case, my very first Defenders blockies ever. Ooh. Wow, they really don't want people stealing these things, my goodness. Uh-oh. I'll try and keep one of these boxes preserved. Gotta make a thumbnail somehow, right? Okay, just like that. Got it open. Box is empty. Got our little manual going over all the characters we got. And I think that I got Thundercracker out of that then. Oh, we'll stick that on the side for now. Grab this, open it up. This is exciting. I always enjoyed blokees, so being able to buy myself one of these smaller ones, it's really cool. So put that in right there. Gives Thundercracker his piercing red eyes. Connect his head. Alright, let's see. We have a waist section. Cockpit somewhere. Oh, yep, right here. Sorry if I don't talk too much in this video. One thing about me whenever I'm building is I really focus on what I'm building. Sometimes I just don't talk. I think I mentioned that in a few of my previous videos. But like I was saying, it's I don't try to talk too much whenever I'm building. I like, for lack of better words, locking in. So yeah. A lot of these parts though are very nicely sculpted and detailed, and I'm really loving just how well everything is coming together here. As some of you guys know, I think I mentioned it in one of my in the blokees video, I love building these guys. Just a really fun, neat, and tidy process. There's very few extra pieces you have when you buy the Galaxy versions, because those guys, all their blind box stuff that's left over is, I think, an additional neck adapter and hands, alternative hands. You don't get alternative hands with the Defenders line, but on the other hand, I don't really mind at all. I can care less, because in the end, they're so small that I don't really care about if the hands don't really splay out or do pointing or any of that. Because look at them. He's got everything you need right there. I love how tiny these guys are. Like, let's compare a Galaxy or a Galaxy class. Like, look at that. These guys are half the size. It's amazing, you know? Alright. Well, we won't look at the instructions or the little coin before we open up the bag then. Because it seems the bag or the instructions gives away the figure that you get. Let's try the bottom. Let's see. No, they got the bottom of that stuff too. That's good. At least you know stealing's going to be quite the challenge for some people. Unless they just grab the whole box and take it with them. In that case, then not really, but you know, if someone's trying to open it before they even buy it. Feels like a car of some sort. Oh no, never mind. It's Thundercracker's vehicle mode. Let's see if we can build this without the instructions. Looks like this piece connects right here and here. This is our nose cone. This will fill in this spot right back here. And these plug in right here. One upside about these guys is if you get them for kids, they don't have to go through the whole transformation process back and forth. As you know, some kids, they just don't like transforming their figures. They just like to have a robot as a robot and have a vehicle as a vehicle. And I'll pretend that, like, you know, when you're playing as a kid, you have to sit down and do that first. When as a kid, you want a fast-paced transformation. You want something that's done quickly, you know, instantly. So just make this guy do some origami for a quick second, do a little flip, and, you know, jet mode. Oh, that's a car. Something like that, you know. It's cool, though. I love the paint work on this, or the print work. Looks lovely. Back to the null rays, those are great looking. And it has a display stand option, too. So that's cool. Put this off to the side. Gotta get that to stop shaking. Goodness. Alright. Next figure. That one felt more like character. Feels like it. Ooh, Shattered Glass Sideswipe. It's crazy to think that I've been doing Transformers for this long, and I only have one Sideswipe ever. You know, you think I'd have more? No, never had. Only one. Where's the pelvis section? Is that in? That has to be in here. Oh yeah, there it is. It's just in a weird looking spot. There we go. Grab our red cylinder. Put the head on. Just like that. And now we can go back to the building process. Put that there. Put that there. Connect this. Place that right there. Snap you in. Snap the shin. Snag these feet. Put those right there and there. Ooh, these come with like handheld accessories too. That's really nice. Sorry if I'm not putting too much input on these videos, or on this one. I don't know too much about Shattered Glass. I know that we got an Armada Wheeljack out of the Legacy Shattered Glass Sideswipe, which is really cool. A lot of people wanted Armada Wheeljack, and I don't blame them. Figure looks sick. Love the like seafoam green they got going here. Looks nice. I'll go over the robot modes more in depth when we get everything else built. So yeah. Alright, let's grab our manual and little coin looking thing here. Put that off to the side and let's get cracking. You know what? Love you too, though, okay? Alright, next step is pulling this out, tossing that off to the side. Feels chunkier, probably Optimus Prime or Bumblebee, or maybe even Scavenger. It's Optimus Prime. I recognize that little turd. Almost lost the tires. Recognize that little turd anywhere. Alright. Let's see where we start with this. This clearly goes right there. Smokestacks have to plug in here. No other option. That plugs in right there. It'll snap in there. I'm assuming this plugs right here. So there's an order to this. As always, every good thing has an order. Just like that. Clip that there. Clip that there. This has got to clip there. Snaps in there. Compresses good. Alright. And we grab our handlebars. And just like that, we have Optimus Scooter. I'll slide one of his guys' hands on. And just like that. Don't this look lovely? So that's why it's a little top heavy. Just realized the camera is angled up a little too far. I'm so sorry if I missed quite a bit of the building. Yeah, Optimus Prime. Snag these, and we go on to our next figure. Alright, so our next one. This one has to be a figure. Parts don't feel chunky enough. Ooh, it's Prowl. Nice. Getting the building scheme figured out now. Should be pretty easy to do Prowl now as well. Just place that there. Snag these. Snap that in right there. And looks like we're just going to be repeating the rest of the build. Alright, got him built. Looks lovely as ever. Looks like he shares the same gun mold as Shattered Glass Sideswipe. Let's see. Yeah, same exact gun. Makes sense though, it's wave 1. They're still trying to figure out if they should do this, so it makes sense they wouldn't splurge entirely on a budget for this. Though, the figures that they do have in here are gorgeous though. They look wonderful. And hoping for that Megatron. Not the one on the box, not the all-equipped one, but I'm hoping for a Megatron at least. Because I feel like we got some good Autobot leadership in here. Oh. Do not mean to hit my camera stand. Alright. Put that down there. I'll just put that off to the side. Feels like a minifigure. Might be Ironhide. No, it's Scavenger. Ain't that lovely? I plan on getting the other sets, but they're a little pricey right now. I mean, granted, they're much cheaper than your average leader class. You know, go about only 30 bucks a pop. Or not 30 bucks, but about 30 bucks for each of these. Which honestly is not a bad price. You know, 30 bucks, a little more for a big old box of these. Huh. It's its own head mold. It's usually 2 separate pieces. Neat. But like I was saying, these sets are actually pretty good price, you know? Not too pricey. It's only about 30, 40 bucks per figure. I think I installed that wrong. A second. Alright. Let's see. Oh no, I was putting it on right. Okay, good. I was worried I was assembling it wrong. No, I had it on right. So you're going that way, and you're going down. That's pretty neat. Funny though that I get my first Scavenger from Blokees instead of the 86 one. Went up to Seattle. If some of you live in if a few of you live in Washington, I know that for a fact. Then you already know what Seattle is. On our way there, we took a stop at this big old mall. They have a shop around there called the Phantom Comic Shop. They upcharge an extra $10, but they have a lot of Transformers early. They had the Hook and Long Haul 2-pack, which some places are still on pre-order for, which that's not really early, but, you know, still appreciated. They also had Star Optimus. They had 86 Mixmaster and Scavenger, along with Age of the Prime's Micronus, which really sucks because, as you know, I would have posted something about it, but I didn't, because I didn't get anything from them. I was mainly there just as a spectator, going in, take a look around. They did have Skybound too, which was a real kick in the pants since I didn't have any money on me. I spent it all at Silverwood. Some of you have to know what Silverwood is, you know? But yeah. Popping this open. Pulling that out. Grabbing that. Let's see. So, we got you, you, and you. Alright. So that leaves just the variants and whatever we get in here, which feels like a figure. So let's see. It's Bumblebee. Sweet. Alright, just gonna. We'll leave you up here. You'll be our marker. Just gotta make sure that's everything. Yep. Alright. I love the gold that they're doing on this. This is very professional looking. Looks wonderful. And that Autobot logo is really well printed. It's great quality. Plug this into the bag. Oh. Alright. Grab that. Plug this right in. Grab this. Get that waist attached. Grab the thighs. Plug it in right there. Grab the other thigh and plug it in. We'll grab this. Like this. We grab the thigh. Clip it in there. Where's the other one? Yeah, right here. Grab this one. Peg it in. Grab the front of our... Well, these aren't the thighs either. They're the shins. Grab the front of the shins. Plug them in. Now we grab the feet. I appreciate how the feet are a completely different mold from the rest. Let's just hit the camera stand again. You know, all these other guys seem to share the exact same feet type. Then Bumblebee's out here being all unique and stuff. We got the Volkswagen down there. That looks wonderful. Plug in our forearms. Finally, grab the hands. And his custom painted blaster. And look at that. Our shiny little boy. Well, now we get into the next set. Well, not set, but next box. Oh, thought I got it good too. Always next time. Ooh, feels like another figure. Toss it down. Never mind. Scavenger's alt mode. That's just right there. Getting closer to finishing. Only 4 boxes left. His little token. Oh, did not mean to hit the camera again. Scavenger's little token. And now we get into the building process. Just like so. I think that's the way it's supposed. Is that? I think so. Alright, I'm grabbing his instructions just to be sure, but first I'm clipping the wheels on. These do not roll that well. I'm not surprised though. Yep, seems like they're mainly supposed to clip onto these. Make sure these don't go flying. Alrighty. Let's see. Which way is this supposed to go? Let's see, the front's not supposed to... Okay, so this is the front. Good. Grab this, and grab this piece. And it says I can plug this little drill bit right into the side of the alt mode right there. Just like that. Scavenger's alt mode. Yep, they are the same shade of green. Alright, going on to our next box. Just gonna jab and slash. We have 1, 2. Then our 6 chase figures left. Let's see what we get. That actually does feel like a figure, but not too sure now. It might actually just be Bumblebee's brilliant alt mode. Let's see. Oh, it's Ironhide. Ooh, and he has a token. Not sure what these do, like at all. So yeah, let's see. Tokens. Commemorative coin collection. We got the blokees Optimus Prime coin. Cool. Alright. I was actually a little worried about this guy considering he's all clear plastic, but hey, seems sturdy enough right now. Let's see. There's the front of his van. Plug that right in. I remember when blokees first came onto the scene, a lot of people were very hesitant about them. It was like, ooh, model kits. Not the first time we've seen those. You know, some people still don't do them because they don't follow the principles of the Transformers, you know. If it doesn't transform, then what's the point of buying it? That's my thought process for a little bit, but I was like, well, just something unique enough to not have to warrant it being a Transformer all the way. Hasbro thought they were good enough to license them or give them the thumbs up, so yeah. And look, you know, blokees is probably one of the biggest things in the community right now besides Age of the Primes and Studio Series. Generations as a whole, you know. And that's honestly wonderful. I love seeing something new in the Transformers community. And you know, if Generations doesn't work out in the long end or in the long run, at least you know blokees is still going to be here. Because damn, blokees is kicking ass right now with what they're doing. Alright. Got Ironhide done. We'll go over him once we get to the characters. Let's see though. Ah, okay, so the coin actually exclusively comes with Ironhide. Nice. Well, that leaves three boxes left. One's guaranteed to be him, and one has to be one of these guys, leaving one box being one of these guys. So let's see what it is. Cool. I don't like shaking the camera stand. Alright, let's get into the next figure. Grab that. Grab that. Coin can stay. Put that manual off to the side for now. Ooh, Optimus Prime. This is our base version. I was actually thinking that would have been Brilliant B. But look what we got. Good old OP himself. Alrighty. Start plugging everything together then. Get the chest connected. Head plugged on. Waist built in. And these aren't silver. What? Box art clearly shows his smokes. No, never mind. That's the Shining version that has silver. Very play. Alrighty. Well, just continue plugging all these joints in. Get everything plugged in as fast as we can. And we'll see what we can do. That was a tight ball joint there. Put on his back piece, just like so. Grab this. Grab his hand. And grab his forearm and other hand. Put that, give him his ion blaster. And just like that, we got Optimus Prime. I do enjoy how small a lot of these guys are. It's a nice little detail. Drop this in. Start pulling out. Yeah, this is Bumblebee. Those feel like a lot of big and hollow pieces. Watch as it's not. Okay, yeah, it is. It's a scary thing, though. You never know. Sometimes it just actually isn't. And it's like, ooh. But no, it was this time. I'm good too. I wasn't ready to end off on, well, for lack of better words, I did not want to end off on this guy. Because where is all the suspension once we end it all off with, oh my god, we got some rare one or something. You never know. It just turned out to be this guy. Still pretty cool though. I like it. Not a huge fan of clear. Well, I enjoy clear plastic, but I'm not a huge fan of this. I feel like it would have done better if it was the gold one. Well, one more box. Let's see what we get out of it. Let's hope it's a Megatron. Like I said, I don't like not having the villain to my hero, and vice versa. Some people love going for all villains, though. And honestly, I don't blame them half the time. Alrighty. Alright, almost forgot. Now, let's see who it is. It's a Megatron. But which one? Ooh! We got the Special Galaxy type. That's the 1 out of 140. Sweet! I was actually really hoping I'd get this one. I'm all for Megatron fully armored, but I'm also just really into just getting a shiny Megatron, you know? I always thought Megatron did better when he was silver or gold. Or not gold. God, not gold. Megatron very rarely works gold, but you know what I mean. Alright. Let's get this built up. Lord Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. You know, let's say it's been one I was actually really hoping to get. Can't have a set of heroes without a set of villains. And who's more villainous than the mighty leader of the Decepticons himself, Megatron? You know? Ah. I see. It's a adapter. Interesting. Thought it would have gone into the forearm, but makes sense. If it went into the forearm, there wouldn't be enough room for the ball joint. I love the fact that they went out and printed a lot more parts on here besides just coloring him. You know, like Megatron overall, you know for a fact he's going to be gray in some spots. But this is all silver and gunmetal with metallic shades of like red for the eyes and stuff. Look at that. A lot of that's printed detail and stuff. Forearms, waist, crotch. The insignia's sculpted, then added on. It's like, what? And then the fact that they add the little barrel on the back, too. Beautiful. And now we go into the next step. The figures. As we were just going over, Megatron is gorgeous as ever. He has quite a few points of articulation. Every one of them being a ball joint. We have up that far, down that far, side to side, and 360 rotation. Arms can go out that far, full 360. Elbows can bend in that far, full 360. And a little bit of wiggle waggle at the wrist, and 360 because of ball joint. 360 waist. Legs can go out that far. Back. How far back can these go? Oh, there you go. That far back. And that far forward. Deep knee bend and knee swivel and foot movement all around. And that articulation practically goes over to every single one of these guys. You know, some guys can move their arm or prowl, and a few others can move their arms all the way out. But bots like Prime and Megatron can't do that because they got shoulder attachments and nubs that can get in the way and collide. Just like that. These guys are absolutely beautiful, though. I'm so happy I got Megatron and Optimus from this. I was worried that I might get another Optimus Prime out of that special box, but I'm so happy I didn't, because if that was the case, I would have actually just lost my mind. And I was also really happy that the special box was the very last one I did, because I was thinking about starting from the special box, then go down, up, then down. But yeah, with that all being said, let's get into vehicles. Like I was talking about earlier with Shiny Bumblebee, or Brilliant Bumblebee, I think is actually what it's called. Lovely figure. Turrets on a ball joint, and I think we could actually... You can give Bumblebee his gun that he was using in alt mode. So that arm-mounted cannon, fire a hole, stuff like that, Plug that in, put that back. The clear plastic's but the sculpting and mold work here is just overall very nice, and I love the decals that they've done. They're going for a more animated Bumblebee with the black stripe and stuff. I appreciate that a lot. Now going to Brilliant Bumblebee in his robot mode, which these clearly do not look like the same character, but they're treated as such, so yeah. I love the gold and silver. It is honestly a beautiful little piece. This figure is beautiful as is, It's gorgeous, feels amazing. I was saying the sculpt work everywhere on him is wonderful. It's great. I have nothing else to say. It's just absolutely killer figure here. Let's see, we go on to Ironhide. The clear plastic scares me, but honestly I also don't mind it too much. I feel like the painted face and chest decals are beautiful. The face is well sculpted along with the rest of the figure, just being a wonderful sculpt overall. So yeah. Since there's no alt mode, we don't go over that. But we can go over the coin that he was guaranteed to come with, being the Optimus Prime head. Comparing primes here, that is clearly the same guy, just golden instead. And it looks wonderful. So yeah. And should probably go into good old boss man himself. Just realized that was backwards. Okay, now his legs are backwards. No, I just dropped. Alright, fix the legs. Now we have Prime's unique leg sculpt as well. The leg work here is lovely as ever. The arms are the same mold as everyone else except for the shoulders, instead including smokestacks. Chest is obviously sculpted just for him and any other Prime recolor there is. The head follows the same rules as the chest, sculpted for him and any recolors, along with the legs, as mentioned earlier. Same with the Ion Blaster. I love the print work here, though. It's beautiful. You can see the matrix through his tiny little chest. It's honestly wonderful. So yeah. Don't know why I grabbed Scavenger. He comes next. Optimus Prime's alt mode here is gorgeous. I love the sculpt work, painting, and I do enjoy how we have anti-aircraft gun as a turret now, and the fact that they can collapse into Prime's truck bed. Prime's truck bed, and the option to just full on, if it wants to. Oh right, my bad. To full on remove it, like so. Yeah, just say let's just plug that back in, clip that back on, and yeah, sculpt work, paint work, whole shebang. Looks gorgeous as ever. The silver, there you go. The silver lighting here, or not lighting, paint here is gorgeous. I love the orange that they've used for the headlights and yellow in there. As you know, orange and yellow are pretty hard to paint with, considering that they're connected to red. Well, except for yellow. Yellow's connected to red through orange, though, so I guess technically. But yeah. Let's put him down now. We should probably just put these guys together. There we go. Alright, the next thing. Well, I guess I already talked about Megatron, yeah. Our next guys will be Prowl and Sideswipe, or just Prowl right now. Prowl uses the same legs that are used on practically every other figure. You know, it's used on Sideswipe, Ironhide, Scavenger, and Thundercracker shares the legs with all the other Seekers, being his own kind of unique system. Prowl here is, well, Prowl, you know, based off of his G1 police car alt mode. There you go. Based off of the G1 police car alt mode in design. The horns are sculpted beautifully with the beautiful red printing on them, along with his back piece being one whole piece, but also, 1 second, but also the rest of his back being painted. Well, we got the tires, the car doors, the police badge. Looks nice. Let's plug that back in. The front of his alt mode is built into the chest, as that's obviously just how Prowl is. Seems I did the waist thing on him again as well. Just pop those off. Plug those back in. And we got some unique printing work on his legs, or his knees and shins. As you can see, they look lovely. And with that being said, we go on to Sideswipe. Shatterglass Sideswipe is one figure I was not expecting in this pack, but is one I'm very happy to still have, as having a few more bad guys than good guys. Oh, actually, no, it's the other way around. Oh, wait, no. It's even. Never mind. Alright, back to what I was doing. Like I was saying, Sideswipe looks lovely. Using the shades of green here, the lovely print work on the shins and knees, and the unique mold for the chest, along with a unique shoulder mold, I believe. Yeah, that's different. Those are different. Do they all have unique shoulders? Wow, they all do, actually. Never mind. Shoulders are unique on each one of these guys. For Wave 1, at least. I say future waves probably reuse parts, but hey, that's just normal. Gotta save money somewhere, right? Yeah, the back piece on Sideswipe also has a unique attachment for his missile. The missile pod being able to swivel around, swing left to right, go up and down that far, and just, yeah, ball joint. You know, it's nice. The purple Autobot logo is from the Shatterglass universe. If some of you don't know, Shatterglass is basically if the Autobots went evil. So yeah, just quick context there. Next step would probably be Scavenger. Then we'll finish it off with Thundercracker, and that'll be the end of today's video. Scavenger's figure is pretty unique in the head because of the fact that it doesn't use one of the eye fillers, instead opting just to paint the eyes instead, which is honestly quite the surprise. I usually don't see that nowadays. Well, that's a lie. I haven't seen that yet though from blokees. Though I could just be an idiot, which is very much possible. So yeah. Sculpt work, articulation, and paint work is as wonderful as ever. The chest has these beautiful red vent detailings with the gray mechanical sections, along with the purple Autobot Decepticon badge. The head sculpt is very unique compared to the rest, not only because it doesn't use eyes, but because I believe it's the only design here that has a visor instead of opting to use eyes. Optimus Prime doesn't have a visor, neither does Megatron, and anyone else here. Yeah, he also has an additional point of articulation where the scoop can go up that far, down that far, and the scoop bucket can just up and down. Usual proportions, you know? And we go over to his alt mode, about the same amount of articulation, you know, scoops up and down. Uh-oh. Let's Get that. There you go. Goes up and down that far. Bucket up and down that far. Just like so. You also have a rotation. And this becomes the, let's see, right arm of Devastator. You can also pass the drill on from Scavenger's alt mode to Scavenger himself. Just like you could do with Bumblebee and his alt mode. So yeah. And if some of you like to know, this is where you're going to plug the shoulder into for Devastator and the forearm of Devastator into. Alright, and finally, Thundercracker. We pretty much went over him almost entirely in his section because I was still figuring out what I wanted to do. But back of the wings has his jet details, like always. His Decepticon logos are upside down to replicate how the jet looks. And cockpit clearly is this very same, along with the front vents ending up there. And looks like these vents probably become the chest vents right there. With that all being said, I think that's about it for today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And sorry for how long this video is. I hope you all take care though. Goodbye, my monkeys.